What's up, YouTube? And welcome to the very first episode of Pokemon Ash Gray version. Now, I won't say 100% this. I am going into this blind, so I do not know exactly what any exact hack is completely, or any like what goes on exactly in it. Or, well, obviously it's supposed to be based on the anime, or of course cartoon, depending on how you look at it. And it's going to be somewhat similar, but I don't know how similar it's going to exactly be. I assume there's going to be some differences along the way. And there's going to be some similarity, a lot of similarities. I would assume there's going to be more similarities than there's going to be differences. But I would like to say it's going to be interesting. I know this has been out for a while, and right now it's currently at about 90%. So I believe what I've seen, like I said, I'm still going to tell my blonde here, is that it's at least it's past E4. So whether you can win the E4 or not is going to be interesting. I don't know. But like I said, that's where I'm getting to the point where I'm saying is it could be different or it could be similar. It could be a little bit more towards... Sorry about that, I had a little issue right there. And it could be more towards how E4 could be more towards how the Pokemon game actually is, or it could be more towards how the show was. So it's gonna be a little interesting in what that is. Now, we are not gonna name him Ash. I know it's similar to what it was, but I do want to keep it my own choice for name on that. We are gonna have the rival be his correct name with being Gary, but that's about as far as that's gonna go. And the only thing you're really gonna... Now, I'm gonna try to play this game as normal without using speed up whatsoever. The only time you're really gonna see any speed up is gonna be when I'm doing training, and that's usually just training grinding. And that's basically it. And that should be the only time you're gonna see any time where I'm... what's it called? Where you're gonna see a sped up clip. If at all. At that point, it might just be a cut, and that's what could end up happening right there. Is it be a straight cut to the next clip. So I am also trying out the webcam for this episode. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, and we'll go based on that. If whether or not the webcam will stay. Now I will let you guys know I'm ending every series except for the Skyrim. That is a reason for that. It's actually because I'm rebranding the channel. I wanted to make the channel more me instead of, I like the name, it was kind of cool, but I wanted to rebrand it just to be a little bit more original for me. So let's start out the series, and I'm gonna have so much fun playing this game, and I hope you enjoy watching it. Thank you again, and don't ever forget to comment, like, and subscribe for definitely more content. So let's start it off. Raising both. That'd be really simple. It's perfect for beginners. And then there's Squirtle. Choose it or lose it. Well, hold on, Charmander. Those in the know say that that's the best way to go. You know, it's true that, now, it's interesting because the mother does actually say something to you about the show, which caused you to have that dream, but it's only if you really go to the stairs. So it's like, that is one difference. And I feel it's just how it is. I like the fact that you're going to Professor Oak's in your pajamas. I found that as a cool factor that you still do that. And like, hey, watch where you're going. Oh, you missed Spyro. Better late than never, I guess. Spyro, you snooze, you lose, and you're way behind right from now. Right from the start. I've got Pokemon and you don't, and I got the best one. It pays to have a grandfather in the Pokemon business. Now I get off to learn the ways of the Pokemon trainer. See you later, Spyro. It's supposed to be similar to Ashy, but I think in my opinion, it should have been a little further down, just before you're heading here, for him to show up, because that would have been a little bit more accurate. But that is okay. Like I said, I do expect some differences. So Spyro, you decided to show up after all. You want a Pokemon? From the looks of it, you aren't ready for Pokemon training. So you're ready? Alright then, as you wish. I wish they would have put that with the actual lining, what he says. That he's like, okay, it looks like you're more ready for a nap, ready to go to bed. Because that's actually what he says. But I like the fact that you can't, all the Pokemon are taken and you have to actually... I'm sorry, whoops, I went a little too far. And you actually get Squirtles, Pikachu this way. And I think this is a really cool way that they did that. And I do think that's very good to keep it somewhat similar. But I do understand there's going to be some differences. Now, one rule I'm making for myself is, at least I'm trying to aim to follow as much as possible, is naming the Pokemon. So we're going to do our best to name each Pokemon to the best of our ability. Yes, of course. Spyro received Pikachu from Professor. Do you want to give a name to Pikachu? Yes. Now, I'm going to do a name if you watch the very first series of Pokemon, especially in the Go Plateau, you'll know where I got the name from. And it's from Ash's, one of Ash's rivals in the Indigo League with Richie, I believe. If I remember correctly, it's Richie. So, what I really would have liked is the Pikachu would have actually come out of the ball right here and just stays out. But I believe it actually stays in the Pokeball, which is actually surprising. The next game, I'm gonna... He said there isn't real inspiration to do this one. It was more, I actually was gonna be inspiration to see a different game, a different ROM hack, but I ended up doing this ROM hack first, and it just ended up being like, this is where Gary should have showed up, but that's okay. I'm so proud of you, finally fulfilling your dreams. You're starting your journey as a pro trainer, but I'll miss you so much. I bought you some traveling games. There's your running shoes. And I received my running shoes. Yee. Yep, and that's a tutorial. Just gonna... That's your Pokemon? I thought Pokemon stayed inside the Pokeball. Why doesn't this one? It's a little weird. Oh well, good luck, Spyro. And don't forget to change your underwear every day. I know. You have to get going. I love you. Okay, actually, change it from his pajamas into his traveling clothes. Now we're gonna make a quick change in the options. We're gonna go to fast, and I think 5 is the one I want. That's the one I want. 5. See, as you can tell, Pikachu doesn't even come out, which is actually really what I would have thought would have been the best. It would have been a really cool option. But it's just, I think this was a programming. They ended up choosing how to do it. Wild Pidgey appeared. Go Pikachu. Pikachu runs up to the tree. And refused the battle. Wild Pidgey flew away. You can't leave without Pikachu. Pikachu. And then a Wild Sparrow appeared and attacked Pikachu. That actually accurate. It should have been more Ash through a stone. So the Sparrow should have showed up Ash through a rocket. Oh wait, no. I think I remember correctly. Ash saw the Pikachu, saw the Pidgey, what thought was a Pidgey through a rock, and then Spearow attacked Pikachu. And if I remember correctly, that's exactly what happened. Not the way this was portrayed, which. Kind of sucks. It's gonna be some differences, but hey, let's go. Yay, Pikachu's actually listening. Now, this part battle is kind of annoying because he doesn't listen to you willingly here, and he in fact he loafs, so it means you can't really train here until after you battle, until after you finish Go and get past this section of the story, and that's really cool that they did keep that. The Wild Sparrows are attacking. Let's go, Pikachu. They're actually not fainted. You actually have more than enough health to continue battling them those Sparrows. Totally called them Pidgeys when they're not Pidgeys. I like that Pikachu's actually a male, because that's actually what Pikachu actually is. This Pikachu actually is a male, so that is actually pretty interesting. And we're gonna quickly go in here, which causes it to swim. I did start a little bit of this. Is actually a re-recording of the very first attempt of recording this episode, and it didn't record the audio in 2 separate tracks, which is actually what I would like to do. Oh look, and that's one thing I was aiming for. One big thing was that I liked was the only good thing about having to redo this section right here is I can add the webcam, and like I said, the webcam's a test thing. If you don't like it, you won't use it. If you like it, that's cool, and we'll continue with it. It adds more personality to it. I'm happy with that. I may restart the Rocket League series and redo, but it's going to be more of a relaunch of that than anything else. And just how it's going to be. If I choose to do it, I might still keep it as is, because if I really don't have another person to play, like as a team, it's really not as fun as it would be recording wise if I was just doing it by myself. And I think that's really what I would like to have. I knew you'd find you here. Look at what you did to my bike. It was sure by Lenny when you stole it. You'll pay for this someday, kid. One thing also at least I think they don't follow you, because Mitch Z actually would follow you right there. But I don't know, I can't quote that. Like I said, I don't know the game enough. I don't really know the game to know what's gonna happen. Except, like, this is about as far as I've gotten in the game to know about. They announce the evils of truth and love. Send the sweet stars above. Jesse, James, Team Mark blast off the speed of lights and are now prepared to fight. You're gonna steal your Santa's Pokemon. Just try and stop them. Too bad Meowth, it doesn't show a text for Meowth saying, that's right, Meowth, that's right. It's, like, you're missing the main fun part of the motto, a lot of people like. I'm sorry, I look over to the right a little bit. Well, it looks like you're looking to the left, but I'm looking to the right. It's more so I can just check where I'm at time-wise, so that I can see where I am. Yeah, Nistro's trying to tell me how to battle. I mean, a lot of people here play Pokemon. So, Pikachu's gonna use Thunder Shock. And which is gonna be great. The Weezing's the only thing I'm really expecting some danger shown to, because of the fact that it has the most dangerous, it can poison me. And that's one thing I'm worried about, is if especially since I'm being leered right now, which means my defense is going down like crazy. Well, not crazy, but it's going down, which is not helpful. That should give me a level. I'm just gonna learn Tail Whip, which is not a big deal. Now, I do plan on keeping Pikachu as a Pikachu. I don't know if it would even let me evolve it as a Raichu or Raichu. But I do feel that I want to keep it as a Pikachu just because I can. More of a kind of a challenge to myself of, can I do this? Oh wow, we got a crit right there. I actually had a potion here the first time when I did the recording. But that's really nice. And I want to leave that as a challenge to me. I don't even know if, like I said, I don't know if it's going to force, like, stuff like when I get Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, I don't know if it's going to let me evolve all of them, or it's only going to let me evolve the Charmander. That's one of the things I just don't know, and it'd be interesting no matter what. And it'd be really cool to see how it works. And I'm hoping it's going to be one. I'm kind of interested to see if it doesn't let you evolve, only lets you evolve the Pokemon that was able to evolve. But if it does, it's gonna be cool. If it doesn't, well, if it lets you evolve, I mean, like I said, it would be like, also, you know, this was destroyed in the show. So wait, let's put. I think Pure City. I have the wandering. Oh, okay. I thought you would give us a free item or something. Those free items, we gotta go for them. Hi, how may I help you? I'm gonna buy we're gonna buy some 16 Pokeballs. So, well, now we have 21, which is pretty good, actually, all things considering. And so we're gonna go and we're gonna catch another Pokemon. I want to catch the Pidgeotto first because that is just gonna be the best. That is the best option right now to catch, especially to get through this forest. A little easier to gain that Pidgeotto. It's just gonna be the option we have to go for. Now, Caterpie level 5 actually is a pretty good option, but we're going to ignore that. And let's see what the next Pokemon is. Can we find that? Nope, we cannot. We'll find another Caterpie. Totally called it a Weedle, but that's nonetheless. We're gonna need. It's maybe if we catch a Caterpie, we'll name it Weedle just for the sake of that I did that. Oh look, there it is, an actual Weedle this time. The Pokemon you catch in here isn't limit really what it is in the anime. I believe you can catch whatever. Oh look, there's a Pidgey. I know we can find a Pidgeotto in here though. I'm not gonna bother because I know you can find that, and that's gonna be good for me. Pokeball, that's pretty good. I believe that she was around here when I found it. I was just messing around a little bit. And that's... Actually, I'm going a lot faster than this time playing, but that's only because I knew how to do the first part, which was a little bit of a leeway. And it's another Weedle. We do not need a Weedle, so we're gonna skip the Weedle. So I think I want to speed up a little bit here because I'm only looking for it, and I don't. Ooh, that's a potion. Okay, we're gonna speed up a little bit here. I'll be back when we find a Pidgeotto. And we are back. We found a Pidgeotto. Now we're gonna attempt to not kill it. We are gonna Thunder Shock. It is a big risk right now if that kills. It did not do that, and it looks like it should survive. That is good. Sorry about that speeding up right there. I didn't actually directly aim to do that, but I think it's kind of like right next to that speeding trigger. So we're gonna aim to catch that Pidgeotto. Oh, that is dangerous but it is low health, and the fact it's paralyzed, it should be an increased chance of catching it. There we go. We caught the Pidgeotto. Let's see what we are gonna. I already know the name to go for, and we are going to be naming him Bird Jesus. I'm not using the name Jesus to be offensive. So anyone that thinks I'm doing it to be offensive, I'm sorry, I'm not. If I do misspell the wording, I am sorry. I am gonna apologize now. Sometimes I do mess up in spelling, and that's just a bad case. We're gonna actually go and heal So, forget I'm doing that for. Still in the mindset of looking for the Pikachu here. Pidgeotto. Sorry, I do know my Pokemon's names. I'm just saying them wrong today. So we're gonna hope to get, like I said. Next would maybe be a Caterpie. I don't really think I'm going for one though. Even though Ash did get a Butterfree, and I think you should catch one just for the storyline. For the sake of, actually for the sake of storyline, I'm going to catch it. Just because of storyline. I know it's not going to be with our team the entire time. I don't remember what episode it left. I'm pretty sure Charmander, you still had a Charmander at that point, so I don't want to heal upside. A little too far. I just want to skip past that wording. And I just want to say I don't really plan. It's not going to be the major use, but getting a Butterfree would not be the worst thing to catch. So while we're going through the forest, we're gonna aim to catch one and see if we can get it. It would be really nice, and hopefully we won't paralyze it, because that's gonna be a major issue if we paralyze it. Because then I kind of feel like I might need to go back and unparalyze it, especially for training wise. I do want to be able to train it. I want to do Butterfree by the time I go to Brock. My aim is to probably not going to be Brock this episode, as I am going to be fixated a little bit more looking for the Pokemon I want to catch throughout the area. And then I got to do some grinding prior to that, so like I said, probably are not going to be facing Brock this episode. Whether we get to Cruiser City will be the question. Now, I believe this is only a Weedle. Like I said, I'm sorry, it is a little late at night, so I'm kind of saying names in the wrong area. But we will get this correct at some point. We'll get this correct, and we'll do the job. Oh, and Sparky gets poisoned. Not good. Like I said, this is the major part where I'm really worried about my Pokemon, especially considering, all things considering. But we are going to keep trying and aiming to do our best to win and not have to go down back to the Poké Center as much. So it's good that we got that right there. Now we are going to switch out to the Pidgeotto. That is actually going to help us out a little bit more. And the sheer fact that we won't end out losing. So we're gonna bring up Bird Jesus, and like I said, I might have misspelled. Oh yeah, he's in the belly. I could use a break. How about you? Oh wow, okay, that person actually heals you. I did not know that one bit. I don't even think there was someone in there to do that. I think they just did it because of. I don't know why why there's that person there. Actually, to be honest with you. Well, Lazy Ghost is like right there, so that's useful. I do believe that means that this really should not be using Bear Jesus to find us a Caterpie. To help weaken the Caterpie. We'll be switching to Pikachu for that. Oh, look at Sea Market. Here, we're here to get your Pikachu Pokemon. Hand over that Pikachu. That Pikachu is exceptionally rare. Its power surpasses its evolutionary level. Hand it over and prepare to fight. I love that Team Rocket's always obsessed with the Pikachu Ash has. I mean, yes, now it's an exceptional Pikachu, and yes, it surpasses its evolutionary state of a Pikachu. But the sheer fact is, it doesn't, when they wanted to catch it, it wasn't exceptional. It wasn't that exceptional. It wasn't that good until Ash actually really started training it. When Ash went to train it, that's when it became really exceptional. And it became really good. I think I'm actually going to use my attacks on the Coughing just because Coughing is very deadly. And especially with Coughing, without putting gas. Attack. Actually the reason I wanted to avoid as much as I can. So we're actually going to do that. And we are going to switch Thunder Shock with that so we can make it a little looser on us. But double attack on the Coughing. Oh, ooh, that was a crit, which was really good. And Coughing is down. Oh, wait. Coughing ain't down. Coughing has survived. We are going to be ending this episode after this battle because that's what happened. I am talking very low for that. Let's see. Wow, both of my Pokemon are weak. Well, weakened at this point. So we are going to start weakening out Ekans for the quick win. And Coughing is going down this time. Hoping both Pikachu and Viridian will level up, which will be great. And Pikachu does, I believe it learns Thunder Wave right here. Yep, there it is. And that's going to be really good against trying to get that Caterpie. But that Caterpie is going to be for next episode. We are not going to get through this episode. As I am trying to avoid the 30-minute episodes as much as possible. We could still have 30-minute episodes on this. And I will say what's on this game. These games are not really meant to be more than 30 minutes. But Skyrim, which is an RPG, needs more time, so that's going to be in more of an hour, or at least what I call it as a long play. Oh, I skipped a lot of that. We're just going to heal up here. And that is the end of this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, especially for more content. And have a great day.